I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the bank and they know I'm in prison. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my who ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a do it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. Top dog like I manage. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow, but she can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands that me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be called like the temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavily, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. I'm the best, as you know. And I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold.
Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Fourth down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me soldier, flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky, hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty, talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me, it's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy, I'm rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown. Whenever I touchdown.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Indianapolis Colts. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts' 43-yard line. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles 7, Colts 0. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Colts at 9-5 now on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
He's got a man, complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over. Yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And this time they were waiting for it as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebackers.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Throwing is Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that flag accepted. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Sanders. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Colts nothing.
Right where this setup down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Touchdown! Dallas Goddard, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Eagles 14, Colts nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T. Higgins, 75 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A officially it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
First and 10, Taylor now. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll drop this down to Taylor. Touchdown, Colts! Jonathan Taylor from 19 yards away. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up. So that challenge is a successful one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll get them a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave them some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get it as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
19 right. Buffalo 18.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they work this out past the 25. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll fake the give to Sanders. And now Hurts throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
To try again after the sack. Hurts. Now Brown, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him roll too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burt sets up to throw it. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. And the pressure gets to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Second and 14. He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. They've got his man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Taylor. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie things at 17 all. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They're more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the sack on 1st down, Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
Hey, check that, street.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From just shy of midfield, Hurts. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. The fumble recovery certainly has put them in the driver's seat. 1st and 10, all tied here in the 4th. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
A truly all-around great effort against the pass today. First an interception, now getting to the quarterback for the first time in this contest. I think offensively, they just forgot to prepare for him or simply overlooked him in getting ready for this one. Either way, a big mistake, and he's making him pay for it.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. This defense, they've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. A good pickup there at 22.
We always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job controlling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And he has another first first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up. That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Running right, here's Sanders. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 50 yards. And the Eagles strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Colts 17. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Colts take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and they were really helped by their defense.